Hello everyone and welcome to another video dito sa ating Ready to be Rich channel. Ano ang pag-usapan natin today? Mag-share ako sa inyo ng mga financial functions sa Excel. And particularly, I'm going to share with you yung mga pinaka-useful na financial functions na pwede nyong gamitin pag nag-analyze kayo ng inyong mga investment strategy. So itong mga financial functions na to, or let's say mga formula na pwede nyong gamitin sa Excel, mga nasishare ko na to dati, pero I haven't really created a video explaining yung mga various terms and yung mga uses nitong mga financial functions na to. Microsoft Excel offers a variety of financial functions that help users perform complex financial calculations efficiently. These functions are essential for tasks such as investment analysis, loan management, and financial forecasting. And the best way to teach you about this is to actually share an Excel file and tingnan natin ano yung mga sample calculations na pwede natin gawin. Let me start by telling you about the different terms na kailangan ay maintindihan ninyo. Particularly yung PV, rate, NPER, PMT, FB, and type. Yung PV, that means present value. Magkano yung pera na meron kayo ngayon. Yung rate is the interest rate per period, and for the purpose of our examples, when we say per period, ang gagamitin natin ay per year. NPER is the total number of payment periods, and when it comes to investing, ito yung ilang beses ka nag-invest. PMT is the payment made each period. Magkano yung ininvest mo or binayad mo during each period. And this cannot change over the life of the investment for the purposes of the function or the formula. FV is the future value. Magkano yung value ng investment mo in the future. Yung type, it simply indicates kung kailan ka ba nagbayad or kailan ka nag-invest. Kung sa simula ba nung period or sa end of the period. And by default, ang ginagawa natin ay at the beginning of the period. So the value of type is usually 1. Bakit payment yung nagiging term dun sa meaning? Kasi madalas ito ay ginagamit for loan calculations also. And for the purpose of our example, gusto ko ipakita sa inyo paano siya pwedeng gamitin pagdating sa investing. Pag gusto nating malaman ang present value ng isang investment or isang cash flow, ito yung formula na gagamitin natin or function. So PV is a function of the rate, NPER, PMT, FV, and type. So basically, each of these terms pwede mong makompute if you know the value of the other terms. At ito yung mga official functions nila or formula. To help you better understand itong mga functions na to at kung paano siya gagamitin, let me give you or let us do some examples. This is the first one and this involves yung paggamit ng future value kasi nga mas gagamitin natin to pagdating sa investments. So the question is, what will be the value of my investment after 3 years if I invest 200,000 pesos today? I will invest it in an investment that grows at 5% per annum. Magkano yung present value natin? Magkano yung pera natin today? So that's 200,000 pesos. Ngayon, when you're using this function, it's important to note na ano ba yung direction ng pera. So we are investing 200,000 pesos. So palabas yung pera sa atin. Kaya by default, gagawin natin negative 200,000. The rate, magkano ba yung investment rate or yung growth rate? That's 5%. Number of periods, ilang years? So 3 years. PMT or magkano yung idadagdag natin dun sa ating investment? In our question or for this example, hindi na natin siya dinadagdagan. So 0 na to. Yung initial na ininvest natin na 200,000, yun lang yung lalaki. FV, ito yung unknown natin. Yan yung hahanapin natin yung value. Kasi what will be the value of my investment after 3 years? The type is 1. Meaning, at the beginning of the year tayo nag-invest. So when we are computing for the future value, we will just follow yung formula niya. So equals FV. So lalabas yung function. Tatanungin tayo, ano yung rate? So we can just point the rate. Number of periods, 3. PMT, 0. Present value is 200,000. Type is 1. If we compute the formula, it's 231,525. So, yung 200,000 pesos natin today, after 3 years, it will be 231,525 at 5% per annum growth rate. Anong ibig sabihin nito? If we want to look at it manually, ito yung meaning niyan. At the start of the year, meron kang 200,000. So, nag-grow siya ng 5%, meaning meron kang investment return na 10,000. So, at the end of the year, 210,000 na siya. Year 2, syempre 210,000 na, nagko-compound yung iyong investment return. Yung 210,000, that will have an investment return of 5%, which is 10,500. So, at the end of the year, 220,500 siya. At the end of year 3, 231,525 na lahat yung pera mo, which is what we have computed here. Madali siyang i-manual dahil 3 years lang. Pero what if you are investing for your retirement na 20 years or 30 years in the future? So, ang haba nun pag mamanualin mo. So, at least ito, you can already have a shortcut by using the Excel function. Let's move to another example. What if ito ang question? What will be the value of my investment after 4 years if I invest 100,000 pesos today and then invest an additional 5,000 pesos per month moving forward? I will invest it in an investment that grows at 6% per annum. So, may mga bago tayong variables. The present value, again, magkano yung i-invest natin today? It's 100,000 pesos. So, since palabas sa atin yung ini-invest natin, gagawin nating negative 100,000. So, pula. The rate is 6% per annum. Number of periods is 4 years. PMT or magkano yung ini-invest natin? So, since we are investing this, palabas ulit yung pera, that's negative. So, that is negative 60,000. Bakit negative 60,000? Kasi ang ini-invest natin ay 5,000 pesos per month. So, for the purpose of the formula, we are always inputting yung number in terms of year. So, kung 5,000 pesos per month times 12, that is 60,000 pesos per year. So, yun yung ilalagay natin sa PMT. The future value, yun yung kukumputin natin. Yan yung hindi natin alam. And the type is 1. Kasi nga, it's assuming na at the start of the year tayo nag-i-invest. Apply yung ating formula or function. So, FV, the first term is yung rate. So, select lang natin yung rate. Number of periods, 4. PMT, magkano yung binabayad natin or ini-invest natin regularly per period? That's 60,000. And the present value, magkano yung pera natin ngayon? That's 100,000. The type is 1. Yan. So the answer or the value of our investment will be 404,473.27. Since 4 years lang siya, pwede natin siguro siyang i-check manually or just to show you how was it computed. So, at the start of the year, may 100,000 ka. Tapos, nag-invest ka ng 5,000 pesos per month. Meaning, at the end of the year, 60,000 pesos lahat yung additional na naging investment mo. So, yung 100,000 and plus 60,000, they will both earn returns as an investment, which is 9,600. So at the end of the year, you will have 169,600 pesos. Carry that over at the start of the next year, and then you invest an additional 5,000 pesos per month or 60,000 pesos per year. Mas malaki na nga yung investment return mo kasi mas malaki na yung naka-invest. So you continue doing this for 4 years, and at the end of the 4th year, meron kang 404,473.27, which confirms yung function or yung formula na ginamit natin. Next example tayo. What will be the value of my investment if I start investing 10,000 pesos per month today for the next 5 years? I will invest it in an investment that grows at 7% per annum. So, again, let's look at the terms. Ano yung present value? Mukhang wala. Wala pa tayong current na i-invest. Ang rate is 7%. The number of periods is 5. PMT, magkano yung i-invest natin? 10,000 pesos per month, or since ang terms natin is years or annually, so that's negative 120,000 kasi 10,000 pesos per month. The future value, wala pa. Yan yung i-determine natin. The type is 1. So, let's plug in the values sa ating future value formula. Yan. So, pinag natin yung function doon sa mga terms, and ano yung sagot natin? 738,394.89. So, kung mag-invest ka ng 10,000 pesos per month today for the next 5 years, every month nag-i-invest ka at nilagay mo siya sa isang investment na nag-grow ng 7% per annum average, then you will have 738,394.89 after 5 years. Hindi pa kasama syempre yung computation ng, I would say, taxes and inflation. But this is a good tool para ma-determine kung okay ba yung inyong investment strategy. Puro future value yung example natin. Let's look at other examples. What if yung rate naman? So dito sa rate, ang gagamitin natin na function ay ito na, yung pangalawa. Yung rate is equal to N per PMT PV FV type. Rate is a function of the number of periods, payment, present value, future value, and type. Ito yung question sa inyo. Where should I invest if I want to have 1 million pesos after 5 years? I will invest 15,000 pesos per month. So the present value, magkano yung pera mo ngayon? 0. The rate, hindi mo alam. Actually, ang tinatanong sa'yo, saan ka dapat mag-invest? But for the purpose of the question, hindi natin alam yung rate. Number of periods, gaano katagal? 5 years. PMT, magkano yung ini-invest mo? That's 15,000 pesos per month. So, 15,000 times 12. Ayan. 180,000. But, palabas yan, di ba? Ini-invest mo. So, dapat negative 180,000. Future value. Ang gusto mong future value ng investment mo ay 1 million pesos. So, bakit positive? Kasi, papunta na sa'yo yung 1 million, di ba? Gusto mo nang makuha 1 million. So, the type is 1. So, yung rate lang yung hindi natin alam. Gamitin natin yung function. Rate is a function of the number of periods, which is 5. PMT, which is 180,000. Present value, which is 0. Future value, which is 1 million. The type is 1. And the answer is 0.04. Meaning, kailangan yung investment mo nag-earn ng 4% per annum. Where should you invest if you want to earn 4% per annum? Ngayon, mas malinaw na kung ano yung choices mo. Any investment that will give at least 4% per annum average growth rate will be a good candidate for your goal. So saan ka mag-i-invest? What if may nakita kang balance fund? Tapos yung historical performance ng balance fund ay 5% or 6% per annum yung compounded annual growth rate niya. Then that will be a good candidate for you to achieve your goal. Dun sa balance fund na yun, mag-invest ka ng 15,000 pesos per month. After 5 years, assuming na ma-maintain niya yung performance niya na 5% na annual growth rate, then you will have 1 million pesos after 5 years. Kasi ang required mo lang ay 4% per annum. Next, ito, NPER or number of periods. What if the question is, if I will invest 30,000 pesos per month, how many years will it take for my investment to grow to 10 million? I will invest it in an investment that grows at 8% per annum. So, ang tanong is, gaano katagal bago mo ma-achieve yung target amount mo o yung target financial goal mo? So, the present value, meron ka bang pera na ininvest ngayon? Wala. Zero. The rate, yung investment, it will grow at 8%. The number of periods, di mo alam. PMT, magkano yung ini-invest mo? That's 30,000 pesos per month. So, in a year, that's 360,000 pesos. Kasi 30,000 times 12 months. Future value, gusto mo magkaroon ng 10 million. Type is 1. So number of periods, mag-i-invest ka ng 30,000 pesos per month. Gaano katagal? Ilang taon bago ka magkaroon ng 10 million pesos kung mag-grow ng 8% per annum yung investment? So NPER is a function of the rate, PMT, which is 360,000, present value, which is 0, future value is 10, and the type is 1. 14.52 years. So, in 14 years time, sabihin na natin na 14.5. So, 14 years and 7 months, meron ka ng 10 million pesos. Assuming, of course, yung investment ay consistent na or on average ay magbibigay ng 8% annual growth rate. Inisip ko pa lang, ano ba yung mga pwedeng 8% per annum? Well, historically, si Pag-ibig MP2 is very close to that. So, kung gusto mo ng 10 million, invest ka lang ng 30,000 pesos per month. At after 14 years or 15 years, meron ka ng 10 million pesos. Basta ilagay mo siya sa isang investment na 8% per annum ang growth rate. Last example natin, PMT. What if PMT naman ang unknown? So the question is, how much should I invest monthly to have 20 million after 20 years? I already have 500,000 today that I can immediately invest. I will invest it in an investment that grows at 10% per annum. Naku, ano ba yung 10% per annum? Anong investment ba yung nag-grow ng 10% per annum? May nagtanong sa akin yan doon sa isa nating video. Well, yung mga equity growth fund, I haven't really checked all of it, but being an equity fund, sila talaga yung may potential to grow at a rate of higher than 10%. Probably there are mutual funds na kayang ibigay ang 10% na yan over the long term, especially 20 years. May mga specific stocks din, siguro yung mga growth stocks, kayang ibigay ang 10% per annum na average compounded growth rate for the next 20 years. Ang importante naman kasi sa pag-i-invest, nagre-rebalance tayo ng portfolio, chine-check natin, and hopefully we'll be able to find good investments na kung saan pwede natin i-allocate yung pera natin. But that will be a topic for another video siguro. Let's focus on our question. How much should I invest monthly para makuha yung 20 million after 20 years? Present value, magkano yung pera natin na i-invest na ngayon, yung currently available na kagad. That's 500,000. Rate, 10% per annum. Number of periods, 20 years. PMT, yan yung tanong, magkano ba yung i-invest natin? Ang target natin na future value is 20 million. Bakit positive? Kasi kukunin na natin. The type is 1. Pero yung 500,000 palabas, kaya siya negative. So, PMT is equal to the function of the rate, the number of periods, present value, so 500,000, future value, 20 million, and the type, yan, 1. The answer is 264,056. Yung number na yan, kaya siya negative kasi palabas. Pero, that is also per year. Ang tanong is, how much should I invest monthly? So, itong value na to, i-divide natin ng 12. Kailangan natin mag-invest ng 22,000 pesos per month for the next 20 years sa isang investment na nag-grow ng 10% per annum para magkaroon tayo ng 20 million pesos. Assuming na meron ka ng initial na 500,000 pesos na i-invest sa umpisa. These functions represent just a subset of the financial tools available in Excel. Each function can be combined with others to perform more advanced financial modeling and analysis, making Excel a powerful financial tool for everyone. So those are the most useful financial functions in Excel that I hope you will use when it comes to your portfolio or investment analysis. And that's our video for today. I hope ay marami kayong natutunan. Please share this video, give it a thumbs up, at sabihan nyo na rin yung mga friends nyo na mag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel. Hanggang sa susunod nating video, goodbye, take care, and stay safe. Bye-bye!